In this video, we're going to be talking about some of the best Black Friday deals that you can get on Amazon for filmmakers, and everything in this video will be linked in the description below to a list that I've actually created on my Amazon storefront, so it's really, really easy for you to go find it. So the first great deal that I have found on Amazon is this Godox Lightman's LA300R. Now this is on 20% Black Friday deal, which was £466 and it's now £372. And this light looks amazing. I don't know why I've not really seen anyone out there on Instagram, TikTok or YouTube talk about this light, because this is literally mirrors the Amaran 300C. It's a 300 watt bicolor RGB bones mount video light, and it's literally the same as the Amaran 300C. It goes from 1800 Kelvin all the way up to 10,000 Kelvin. It's got its own app, and what I love about this one in particular is that it comes in a much nicer bag. You can fit everything in there. It looks quite premium compared to the plastic one of the other one. It's like a hard case. And I just think this one looks like absolutely amazing. It's from the brand Godox, so it's not a bad knockoff brand at all. I have their flashes, and I did actually buy my first ever light was a Godox SL60W. But this one, I think it's only been out a few months, and for this price, this looks absolutely amazing. Now, the Amaran 300C is also on this list. Here's the Amaran 300C. This is £507 on a Black Friday deal, reduced from £600, so it's 15% off. So this is a really good price for this light too. But like I said with the other light, it's literally the same light. It can do 300 watts, it can do bicolor, and it can do full RGB. So I think this is such a hidden gem out there, and this is definitely one that I'm going to be purchasing very soon while it's on this 20% sale, because I think it's a great purchase for this light. This isn't the only light on this list. Like I showed you a minute ago, I just showed you the 300C. We've also got the Amaran 150C on here as well, because this is £292, reduced from £365. This is 20% off too, and this is literally similar, but it's 150C. So as you can see here, look, it's 2,500 Kelvin to 7,500, whereas the Godox is, I think 1,800 it said, to 10,000. So the Godox 300, God, I'm getting confused with all these names now. The Godox LA300R has a better like bicolor range and is only like £60 cheaper than the Amaran 150C. So that's why I really do recommend that light. Now, I am going to buy it and I will do a full review on it. So obviously can't say how good it is. The light quality might not be as good, but for like on a budget goes, that looks really good. But if you do want to stick to Amaran, the Amaran 150C at just under £300 and the 300C at £500 are both great deals, especially if you do want to get one, because this is the perfect time to pick one up. Now, not only that, like I said, we've got more lights on here. We've got the Amaran 60X, which is a 65 watt bicolor light, and this is a tiny light, and you can get this up for at the minute for £174, reduced from £218. So you're saving quite a bit of money there. And again, the Amaran 200XS. This is a really interesting light because it's very similar to my 100D, very small, very compact, but it has a bicolor of 2,700 to 6,500 Kelvin, and I think it's 200 watts. Yeah, 200 watts. I'm not sure what the S means because there was a different version to this, but I know this light is very good. That's 20% off as well, from £372 to £297. So I think that's a great deal as well. A lot of lights on here. We're going to go for another one I think I saw down here. The MS60C is the exact light that I'm lighting myself right now on. That's how tiny it is. You know what? I'll actually get a quick behind the scenes video on my DJI Pocket 3 showing you how I've got this set up, because the Amaran 300, the MS60C, is such a tiny, I don't have a SD card, one sec. Because the newer MS60C, that's how tiny this light is. And I've literally got it connected to my shelf with this small rig monitor mount, and I've got the Aperture Softbox Mini on here. That's how tiny it is. I'm in a tiny room. That's my other light. That's the 100D, which will probably be on sale as well. That's how I'm going to be lighting, well, that's how I'm lighting this video at the minute. It's just out of frame, and that is how good, in my opinion, the MS60C is. It's such a great light. It's tiny, it's bicolor, and it's also full RGB as well. I have made a video on it if you want to go check it up here, and I will link it in the description below. This light at the minute is on such a good deal, and I really recommend you go pick one up. £140, 48% off for this light. It's normally £266. This is a brilliant light. I really recommend it, and I'm absolutely loving it so far. It also has an older brother, if I can find it somewhere. This is the bicolor version of the older brother, which is on a Black Friday deal. This is 150 watts, 161 pounds, or 130 watts, sorry. It's not actually on a Black Friday deal, it don't look like, but there's a £60 voucher, which is basically the same. 150 watts, so more powerful than the other one, and it's full RGB, so you can get it for about 200 odd pounds. So a cheaper version to the Amaran 150C. I'm just seeing more as I go down here as well. We've got this Zhiyun light, 20% off, £369 to 295. That's a 200 watt. Look how tiny that light is for £200. This is absolutely tiny. It's got its own little module here as well, so you'd have to do it at the back of the one. £295, 20% off, that'll be a great deal. So moving on from the lighting gear, if you're a Canon shooter, and pretty much any other ones, you've got the 50mm f1.8, 27% off, £160 for the nifty 50 is a great deal. We'll also just have a quick look at just general RF Canon lenses, because a lot of them are on discount at the minute. Got a lot of save £150 vouchers on the 24 to 105. You've got the 35mm, which I have. This is a great lens. It's not perfect, the focus is annoying on it, but it's really great for your first prime. £450. You got £70 off, and you can save an extra £50. You can get that lens for £400. That's really, really good. And I saw another one as well, a 24 to 240, probably one of the best travel lenses that you can get. This is £200 off, and you can get a £50 voucher. And the most important one, or the biggest one, another 85mm, £200 off, 85 f2, nice prime lens. You got some nice Sony lenses, 70 to 350, and you've got the 85 1.8 as well, which is nearly £300 half price. That's a great deal for that lens. Nifty 50 as well. You've got the 7200 f4, which is on a good deal. The 18 to 105 f4, the APS-C lens, that's on a good deal. So you've got a lot of lenses there as well, which obviously is going to be great for a lot of Sony shooters out there. This is another great one. This is one of the best newer V-mount batteries. It can power my monitor and my camera all at once. You've got 12 volt, 8 volt on the top. You've got a D-tap port, and you've also got a USB-A and a USB-C as well. This is on a great Black Friday deal, and you can get it for nearly half price. It's normally £200 brand new, but you can get it for £125, which is an unbelievable price for this. You see a lot of people out there probably using the small rig ones. This is a great alternative to that. And if not, it's like, I can't even see, the only better thing that the small rigs probably have is this screen. But apart from that, this is such a great, well-built battery. And yeah, I wouldn't buy another small rig one because of how good you can get these for. I also saw this cart, this folding wagon. I put this on here because the best purchase we have got at work is a trolley. Now, if you have a lot of kit, lights, pellies, camera bags, stands, having a cart like this, it looks like it's got some good wheels on as well. This can fold down nicely in your bag like that, and you can literally put so much stuff in there, and you can, obviously you don't have to make so many different trips to your car to the shoot. You can just put it all in this trolley and you can go off. This is on a good deal, 30% off, £70. I think I might pick that up eventually as well. This is also the best time ever. Like, do not buy SD cards any other time than Black Friday or Prime Day. This is my go-to one. It's a Lexar 128 gigabytes, 250 megabytes per second SD card, and you can get it for £27 at the minute, which is 27% off. This is a really, really great SD card. If you've got something like an R5 or an R5C or a C70, C80, this won't do. But if you've got something like probably a Sony A7 IV or a R6 Mark II, an R7, a Nikon Z3 maybe, a ZX, I'm not sure what that camera's called, I forgot, then this is a great SD card to get. And obviously as well, like you've got the 300 megabytes per second ones, they'll be on sale too. So any SD cards or probably CF Express cards will be on sale. This is another one that I've put on here. Now, I have not used these, I've not tested these or anything. I'm actually looking for some speakers for my video editing at the minute. And this caught my eye. It's got 4.4 stars, 1700 ratings, and it's nearly 50% off for these speakers. And I'm hoping these are good monitor speakers to obviously monitor your audio. And I'm really hoping these will be good for like video editing basically. A lot of reviews I have seen has mainly been for mixing music, which is only a good sign that they are like great speakers to monitor with, because you want it to be as like dead as possible. You don't want to have it a lot of bass, just so you can actually hear the pure audio. Another one which I saw, I actually always go off of this. It's not the craziest deal in the world, but this is a Portkeys camera monitor, the LH7H. There's also a 7P, and this basically, they're both 20% off, I think. This is a 7-inch, 1000 nits touchscreen monitor. Now, the difference between the P and the H, this one is just a monitor, whereas the other one, you can change the controls of your camera. So you connect it through USB-C, and you can actually change your ISO, aperture, shutter speed, white balance on it. That one's, I think, £275, so a little bit more expensive than this one, but this is coming in at just under £200 for a 7-inch monitor, which I've seen a lot of good reviews about this as well. 7-inch monitor, it's not actually too big either. You'd think it would be a lot bigger, but I thought this would look pretty cool. There's other ones like Viltrox's out there as well, which will be on sale. And then the last one I've got on here at the minute is this SanDisk 2TB SSD. I don't own one of these. I actually own a Crucial one, which I also think's on sale. Really fast, great SSD, 27% off, £110. You can't really go wrong with this. I'm not sure how long this video is going to be, to be honest. Like, I keep seeing different ones. Like, I've got this newer 2-in-1 camera bag style. Yeah, you can wear it as a backpack, and it's got wheels, so you can like lug it through if you don't want to carry it all the time. Obviously, it's got wheels on, so it's like a Pelly case, but not as expensive. Pretty good deal. MacBook, you've got a MacBook Air 13-inch 2024 version. This is the M3 2024 MacBook Air 13-inch. Only 8GB of RAM and 256 storage, so pretty terrible storage and SSD. After getting the base storage on my Mac, I do not recommend. It is very annoying. You've probably seen this up here now. I've only got 17GB left. So I actually wouldn't say that, oh, you can change it. You can get, oh, okay, you can. So 16GB of memory, 14% off, 512 SSD. This is what I would go for. This is a great deal. When I first bought my Mac, I paid $1,200 because I got it on interest, and I had the 16GB and 512. This, I think, is a good deal. It's not the craziest. It's £200 off, to be fair. So you're pretty much getting 512 SSD for free, or 16GB, because they're normally £200 each. A lot of monitors if you do want to edit with, and yeah, the list basically goes on. Everything's linked in the description below if you do want to purchase, and I will get a compensation if you do, so you will be helping the channel out, and I really will appreciate it. But it's not just for that. I want you guys to save a lot of money, and I want you guys to get the best gear possible at the cheapest price possible, and this is always the best time to get some gear, only if you need it. Don't buy it for the sake of it. Please hit that like button and subscribe for more like this, and I will do one for Prime Day next year and Black Friday again, because I love seeing these deals. Thanks very much for watching, and I guess I'll see you guys on the next one. See you later.